Hey everyone, welcome to Get Busy Watching. I'm your host, Honest Dan. Let's all die by dawn and talk movies. Okay, rapid fire on the Evil Dead franchise. The Evil Dead. It's really good. Humble beginnings. Cheap but gory fun. A true filmmaker's film. And Bruce Campbell is a baby!
You will die like the others before you. One by one we will take you.
Evil Dead 2. Freaking great. And is arguably the movie most people think about when you say Evil Dead. Pure, unabashed, goofy, gory fun. Army of Darkness. It's good. A campy, stupid, but utterly hilarious outing so far removed from its roots, but hey, who can deny the silly charm?
I'm bad, Ash. And you're good, Ash. You're goody little two-shoes. You're goody little two-shoes.
Evil Dead the Remake. It's surprisingly good. Yeah, Bruce's Ash is a needless post-credit cameo, but for what this movie is, it keeps to the spirit of the original, and has characters that you actually care about. Ain't a replacement for the original, but wholly recommended.
I know Mother hates you now. And she waits for you in hell.
Ash vs. Evil Dead. Good for what I saw. Never finished the series. I don't think I've even finished the first season. But I had a gas for what was there, and hope to finish the series at some point in the future.
Mommy should have taught you to knock.
But here we are with yet another installment to the Evil Dead franchise almost 10 years later. I was hearing positive buzz, and it did look appropriately scary. So, I was interested. Yeah, it doesn't have Bruce Campbell in it, but so long as it's good and it keeps to the spirit of the original films, does it truly matter? At the very least, is there no room for forgiveness? But the question on everyone's mind is, does it keep to the original? Is it good? Let's find out. This is my honest opinion of Evil Dead Rise. Beth, played by Lily Sullivan, is visiting her sister Ellie, played by Alyssa Sutherland. She is a single mother of 3 kids and struggling to keep the house together. After surviving a mild earthquake, the oldest son, Danny, played by Morgan Davies, discovers an underground vault and brings up a mysterious, ominous book, as well as a vinyl record with it, in hopes of selling them for extra money for his mom. However, after listening to the record, which says the magic words to raise the evil spirits within the book, they possess the mother. Ellie goes on to terrorize her family who struggle to survive.
Mom? Mommy's with the maggots now.
This is, no joke, my pick for the best movie of the year, so far. I haven't sadly seen that many new films, but yeah, it's that good. Now, a big reason why I say this is because this movie gives you characters that you're actually supposed to care about. And I'm kind of digging this in the horror genre right now. As far as I can tell, the Evil Dead series isn't about emotional investment. Sure, everyone loves Ash Williams, but not because he has a legitimate character arc that you're supposed to relate to. He's an action hero you root for, not cry for. The Evil Dead remake was the first time you're actually supposed to care about the characters. At least, the sister, because that's the story. She's there with her friends to get off drugs, and the Deadites represent withdrawal. At least, that's what I took away from it. This latest installment is in the same vein. The Deadite-possessed Ellie represents Beth's fears and insecurities of being a mother. Frankly, I think it works well.
Don't let it take my babies.
What does it an incredible justice is the fantastic acting from Sutherland and Sullivan. Sutherland is so intimidating, and you can tell is having an absolute ball playing the villain. Her demonic smile is one for the ages and, as far as I can tell, isn't digitally altered. That's the perfect combo of the makeup department and her. On the flip side of the coin, Sullivan is great as well. You can feel for Beth's loss, as she came to Ellie with help on how to be a mother, but doesn't even get a chance to tell her she's pregnant before all this madness happens. Now she's in charge of keeping her nieces and nephews safe, which proves easier said than done as the story progresses. How everything unravels and gets more intense is nothing short of harrowing in the best way possible.
I led them to the woodshed and set it ablaze. But they danced in its flame and reveled in its burn.
As for the thrills and chills, yeah, it's freaky. But then again, I'm kind of a lightweight when it comes to these things. I am that guy that will plug an ear if I'm like expecting a jump scare. Sometimes if I'm really invested in the tension, I'll plug both. But let's be real about this. I've seen some of the worst horror films, and those make me plug both ears. But that's because I'm tired of the trope that goes, it's quiet, it's quiet, it's quiet, oh my god, it's so quiet.
And then something loud!
Yeah, that trope. I hate it and it's annoying. Now this movie does have jump scares, but it does have the good sense to not be completely reliant on them. That's what makes a good horror flick in my opinion. Similar to when dramas have the good sense to let the characters shut up and let the audience soak in the emotions and decide for themselves how to feel, this one has plenty of beats where the tension is allowed to build on its own, and the fear to come naturally to the viewer. As I said, there are bits where the volume is amped up to deafen everyone, but I feel like that serves the Deadites best, as the whole point of their existence is to cause stress, and kind of be annoying.
I'm free now. Free from all you titty-sucking parasites.
Speaking of the Deadites, I gotta say that I think they're one of the most frightening horror monsters ever created. They have only one objective.
Chaos.
They love to hurt and kill. That much is obvious. They know what they're doing. They're not mindless zombies. They know the memories and deepest, darkest feelings of their possessed victims. They know how to twist and perverse them. They know how conflicting it is for their victims to see their friends or family become monsters. They'll even let slivers of their host's real personality float to the surface to give them that hope that they can be saved. But at the most inopportune time, they'll snatch that hope away by killing them or further adding to their anguish. They're all about the psychological damage as they are about the physical. But the true fear is how they seemingly love to be hurt and be killed. They have no sense of self-preservation and no real weakness. Throughout the series, they cackle and laugh maniacally even as they're literally being hacked into pieces. Even that doesn't always work. We've seen dismembered limbs act independently from the rest of the body before. It's never clear if they feel pain. It's not even clear if losing is any consequence to them. That's what really gets me. They don't lose. Even if the last or main Deadite is permanently killed, the final victim is left with the memories of their loved ones dying in horrible fashion. Some of them by the final victims themselves. The Deadites may not be a threat anymore, but no one survives without scars of some kind.
Let me kiss it better.
And that ending.
Wow, went full Lovecraft there. That's a whole lot that's gonna stay up here in the best, most disturbed way possible. Oh, and has anyone seen this clip of Bruce Campbell calling out an angry moviegoer at the South by Southwest Festival?
This movie fucking sucks.
What?
I think that's what happened. Yeah. What are you doing here? Get the fuck out of here.
Dear Lord, how tiny his penis must be if he's gonna make a scene like that. Any more information about this and what exactly that was about? Please let me know in the comments. I'm very curious. But anyway, wrapping this up, I can see the die-hard loyalists of the OG trilogy not liking this much, and I think that's a shame. I hope I'm wrong. I hope it's being embraced for what it is. I mean, the franchise had to evolve somehow, and this new direction they've been going in, actually giving the characters personal stakes and, emotional investment, I can't say that I've disliked what I've seen. I can see someone arguing that's not really what Evil Dead is supposed to be about. They're supposed to be fun, charming, and violent as hell. But that's the catch-22, isn't it? If you try to do the original, you're not going to do the original. Nothing does better than the original. On the flip side, if you stray too far from the original source material and too far from what the fan base knows and accepts as gospel, you're really not going to win anyone over. So what do? Ideally, you would do nothing. Let this IP rest and let something be sacred. But if you have to dig up the old IP, might as well do something more ambitious than just a cynical cash grab. And I think that's been accomplished. It is better than that. Am I clamoring for a sequel? I don't know if I'd go that far. That's playing with some serious fire, and potentially ruins what's already pretty good on its own. But apparently, both Sam Raimi and Bruce Campbell liked this movie enough that they're considering to return to the franchise. Raimi's working on a Evil Dead Bible with future movies in mind, and potentially bringing in other cast members like Jane Levy from the 2013 remake. It'll certainly be interesting to see how they tie all these events together, but it sounds like they're taking it seriously, so we'll inevitably see. Just don't rush anything. That's the only thing I ask. To paraphrase Shigeru Miyamoto, a delayed product is eventually good, but a rushed product is forever bad. In any case, I love this movie, and I highly recommend it. Even if you're a mega fan of the original trilogy, I highly encourage you to give it a chance. My honest rating for Evil Dead Rise, a 5 out of 5. Thanks so much for watching, you guys. I really appreciate it. Have a great day. Stay safe and healthy out there. Hope to see you soon.
You don't take time to sleep, eat, or drink, but just remember that it's later than you think. So be cool, just relax. So be cool, face facts.